I'm sorry if I look a mess, y'all. I had to turn that light off. Y'all, welcome back to Misty's Pleasures of Life. So glad you're here. So, as I was saying in my video that's ongoing, you know, we are making a pot roast to keep your kitchen cool. Fall is on the way, y'all. I don't know if you've noticed, but when you go out early in the mornings and then in the evenings, temperatures are totally different. So much cooler. And I, for one, am very happy to have seasons changed. I'm happy for you all to be here to see my take on traditional mountain folk pot roast. Everybody does it a different way. There's so many recipes out there. I hope y'all like mine. So let's go. I hope y'all love it. All right, y'all. So you don't want to heat up your kitchen. The seasons are changing too. Have y'all noticed in the mornings and in the evenings the temperatures cool down and there's a different feel in the air too. All right. So I'm making my traditional pot roast my way. Okay. So the first thing I do is I take my onion and I cut the ends off. And then I slice it in half. And then I just grab the peeling right here. Peel it right off. That's the easiest way to peel y'all's onion. And then y'all know the peeling is going in the back to go into my compost. Yes, yes, y'all. Yes. It will make such rich garden soil. I keep telling y'all about that. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. So that's how I'm meant to do my onion, y'all. In the big chunks like that. So we have all our onion right here. I'm wondering if I need another one because I like a lot of onion. I'll do one more onion. All right, y'all. My son is being goofy in behind me. Y'all met my son at the restaurant. If y'all, well, I haven't uploaded that yet, but I did do a short where we went to Cheddar's. Okay, I didn't have any little round potatoes, so I'm having to use 4 Russets. So I'm just gonna chop these in half and just cube them up. Now, we like the peeling on ours. If you don't like the peeling, you don't have to keep it. But we do like the peeling on ours. And you're just going to chop it up in chunks just like this. Some fresh cloves of garlic, y'all. These always make my hands sticky. I have 4 decent size garlic pieces, garlic cloves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my garlic press and just put the little garlic clove right there. And just dice it. If y'all don't have one of these, I've said this before, you have got to get one. They are magic. And you really don't have to press that hard. See? That's all your garlic right there. And we'll just set that aside. And I already have my baby carrots, so I'm probably going to use half a bag of baby carrots. I don't have any celery. Normally I would put celery too, but I don't have any. Now, I just set my potatoes on top of my onions. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. And then I should have used a bowl. Don't know what I was thinking, y'all. But this will be fun. Just get those mixed together. Uh-oh, I'll have to rinse those off. Just kind of toss them together in that olive oil. Go rinse these off. All right, now we're going to just take a little bit of organic smoked paprika and splash on here. And we're going to take a little bit of tender smoked onion. And that's about a tablespoon of each. What we're going to do right here is heat our cast iron skillet up. And we're going to put a dash of olive oil. And I'm just going to let that heat up first. And then we'll be right back. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to take our chuck pot roast and we're going to sear it in our cast iron skillet. And we are going to add some Kinder's all-purpose seasoning. Let that sit on that side for a minute. And this is a really important step for your pot roast. And add the Kinder's on this side, then we'll flip it again. And then the next thing that we're going to do with searing it is our garlic that we just minced. We want to add that in there. Your meat juices, everything will go in your crock pot. And add just a few pieces of onion.
But now you're gone and all I have is time. And though you're not here anymore, I still think about you. 'Cause baby, I didn't forget you. Hey, no, I didn't forget you, baby. I know we drifted so far apart, and I know we both made a brand new start. I saw you walking and talking with another guy, and I wish you happiness, but sometimes I wonder why.
I have taken our meat and put it in that crock pot. Now I'm just going to get these scrapings out of our cast iron. Definitely we want that garlic, that toasted, wonderful garlic. I might just get a spoon, since that seems to be kind of like sticking. Or a spatula. And when you clean your cast iron, make sure you use cast iron soap. Don't ever use dish soap. You will absolutely ruin your cast iron. Alright, now we're going to take our potatoes and onions and just put them around that pot roast and on top. I dropped one. Oopsie. Oopsie daisy. And then we're going to do just a little splash of soy sauce. Now with my baby carrots, I just come in and drop these in here. Remember I said I was doing like half a bag. Now we're going to come in with some beef broth. Now if you already have broth that you've reserved, which one of my videos coming up, I'm going to show you all how you can your chicken broth, beef broth, whatever have you, okay? But we're going to go ahead and pour our beef broth in. And at the end of this cooking, you could add cornstarch to thicken that up, or flour. I sometimes prefer to use flour because every time I use cornstarch, it doesn't work the way I want it to. And that's if you want a gravy. Alright, now we're going to take our seasoning packet. Now I use McCormicks. Oopsie! Just dropping everything. I use McCormick's slow cooker savory pot roast. And we're just going to sprinkle this on in here. And don't worry, it will cook on down in there. You do not have to stir it. Alright, y'all. And then this is my secret ingredient. And I use it in my chili, and I use it in several different recipes. But we're going to come in with a can of Coke and do half of it. That's why I said you didn't need to stir this. Alright, since it is 3:30, we like to eat around 7:30, so I'm going to put it on high for 4 hours. And hopefully that will have everything done. If it doesn't, we'll be eating at 8 o'clock tonight. Which I don't like doing that. But I got a little bit in behind on things I was trying to do. And things happen, y'all. But I would think 7:30 it would be ready. I really prefer to eat around 6. But like I said, I got in behind, y'all. Alright, so we're going to leave this be. We're not going to touch it at all. Nothing. We're just going to let it cook and do its thing. And I will bring y'all back to see that end result. Oh, let me get a before picture. Before picture. Before picture. Alright, I'll bring y'all back. I forgot to tell you guys. We're going to add some pepperocinis. So I'm probably going to add 4 or 5. So don't forget those. You want 4 or 5 pepperocinis on the top. Alright, y'all, I found them. Now, I'm not sure if I'll be able to pull the whole roast out. Oh, yeah, I was able to. Okay. So that is the roast. And it is hot. Alright, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and take out the vegetables and put in here with it. Let me make sure. I'll put y'all down so you can see what I'm doing. I just want to make sure that the vegetables are totally tender. And also, I just want to cut a piece of this. Now this is chuck roast. Now with my pot roast, I normally always put ketchup. Almost always, y'all, I put ketchup. But I am going to give it a taste and see. And I still have to make, I don't really want to turn my oven on, but most people like biscuits with this. I think the only thing it really needs honestly, that was a big hunk of meat I ate, y'all. Is a dash of salt. Because I didn't do salt when I was cooking it. And salt just brings out that flavor. So we'll do it like that. Y'all know what? This had another hour of cooking. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back in there so it can get a little more tender for that last hour. And I think I'm going to eat those vegetables, because the vegetables are pretty much ready, but the meat could tenderize just a little bit more. And I put that salt on it So we'll let that just cook in there for another hour. Now I'll probably have this tomorrow because it's going to be like 8:30 when that meat finally comes out. But the potatoes are very, very tender. And very, very good. Carrots as well. That meat is just a chuck roast, and I think it just needs a little extra time to cook. But that is totally fine, and that's a pepperocini right there. And I love pepperocinis on a potato. I'm gonna put that pepperocini. I'm using a knife, y'all. Wait. Now, if you don't like pepperocinis, you don't have to put them in this. This is just my preference because I love pepperocinis. But it gives so much flavor to the vegetables. Now be aware, it does add some heat too. Now if I was a vegetarian, I could see why people could be vegan. Because the vegetables alone are very satisfying. Now that's another piece of pepperocini right there. And like I said, y'all, I like ketchup. I put that on mine. But it's just so good. If you were on a tight budget and you couldn't afford the chuck roast, right? You could take a small chuck roast that might be $5, $6 maybe. Maybe even less than that. Sorry, y'all, I was in the garden. I kind of look rumpled. But you could take a smaller chunk roast and cook your vegetables in there with that. And then just have a little bit of meat with your vegetables. And I'm telling you. Because y'all, I am only eating vegetables right now. Like, I'm not eating meat. See? And it's good. And I put enough potatoes and carrots in there to where what I'm doing right now won't hurt anything. And I am on a low carb. So, I've had no carbs at all today. So the potatoes I'm eating are not going to hurt me. But I am very hungry. So I'll just eat these vegetables and then I'll make the gravy after that meat's done. I'll make the gravy to go with that. And we can have it for lunch tomorrow, whatever we want to do. I have the pepperocini stem. Y'all, that's some good stuff. Like, again, if you're a vegetarian, you don't have to eat the meat. You can put the meat in there to give it flavor. Well, I mean, if you're a vegetarian for a reason, right? You don't want to eat animal. So I really hope you guys will consider subscribing. Do not forget to hit that like button. This recipe is amazing, and y'all know already, I do so many other things. Again, I look rough because I've been out there in the garden. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. I have no makeup on. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I really do. I hope you all stay blessed. Remember what I always say. Be truthful, be kind, be sincere, and it's the simple pleasures of life that make it all worthwhile. Stay blessed, and I will see you next time at Misty's Pleasures of Life. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.